Good morning, children. Today we are going to start a new lesson, the moon. Now, the moon is the Earth's nearest neighbor in the sky. It is about 3,84,400 kilometers away from us. Now, moon has no light of its own. It reflects the light of the sun. The moon is the Earth's only satellite. What is the meaning of a satellite? A satellite is an object that revolves around a planet. We will learn more about it later. Now, man landed on the moon on 20th July 1969. And who was the first man to land on the moon? He was Neil Armstrong, an American. Let's see the next slide. Neil Armstrong's first words on taking his first step on the surface of the moon were, "That's one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind." Yes, it was a giant leap indeed. Today, even India we have also sent a probe to the moon, and not only to the moon, to the Mars as well. You know, our probe to the moon is called Chandrayaan, and our probe to the Mars is called Mangalyaan. Now here you can see Neil Armstrong saluting the American flag, because he was an American, of course. And here you can see the footstep of an astronaut on the moon. And this is indelible. It cannot be, it will stay forever. It is for eternity, because there's no wind, no air, or no water on the moon, and that's why this will stay on forever. Understood? And in this picture, you can see, very interesting, you see the astronauts, and you can see the American flag here. And here in the background, you can see the Earth. Earth, I can tell you, it's much, much more beautiful. It's very beautiful. Much more beautiful than the moon when seen from the space, because it's a blue and green planet. It looks wonderful. So let us move on to the next slide. Thank you. Yes, the moon is the only satellite of the Earth. Mercury, that sun has 7 planets, and Mercury is the closest to the sun. Mercury has no satellite at all. But Jupiter, which is the largest planet in the solar system, it has 60 moons. So you can imagine how many moons going around Jupiter. Now, about the size of the moon. Moon is just 1/4 the size of the Earth. And it is just 1/8 the weight of the Earth. The sun, moon, and the Earth are held together by forces of attraction called the force of gravity. Now, say, what is force of gravity? Well, all heavenly bodies attract each other by the force of gravity. The gravitational pull, you see, the gravitational pull of the Earth keeps the moon moving around the Earth in this way. See? And this path is called the orbit of the moon. You can see the moon. You can see the moon going around the Earth, and the Earth rotating here. Now about the moon, the surface of the moon. Let us learn something about it. The moon is like a desert. It's a desolate place. It has no air, no water, and so no living things. No sound can be heard on the moon. Days are too hot and nights are too cold. The moon has many tall mountains and deep craters. You see, deep craters caused by meteoroids hitting the surface of the moon. What are meteoroids? Meteoroids are rocks from the space. Now, because moon has no atmosphere, the rocks being attracted by the gravity of the moon, they bombard the moon and make very big holes. These holes are called craters. Understood? Even Earth is being bombarded by such rocks from the space, but most of the time we are safe. Nothing happens to us because before reaching the surface of the Earth, these meteoroids get burnt out due to friction with the atmosphere. Understood? So let's see the next slide. Next slide is also very interesting. Weight of the moon versus weight of the Earth. Now, the moon's gravity. What is gravity? The force with which the Earth or the moon pulls an object on its surface. Okay, Earth is a very big body and it pulls with greater force. And moon is much smaller, and that is why it pulls any object on its surface with much lesser force. And that is what, and actually the moon's gravity is only 1/6 as strong as the Earth's gravity. Understood? So a girl, you can see a person weighing 30 kg on the Earth will weigh 5 kg only on the moon, and it is very easy to jump and run and move on the moon because it pulls you with much lesser force. That's why you take one leap into the air. You take one step, and as if it's equivalent to 5 steps. You move much faster, or you jump higher. Understood? It's because moon pulls you with much lesser force. Okay, we'll continue the lesson in the next class.